We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
America is a fundamentally good country. We have good people with good values who want to do the right thing. But the structures of power that exist are working to their own ends. The greatest fear that I have regarding the outcome for America of these disclosures is that nothing will change. They won't be willing to take the risks necessarily to stand up and fight to change things.
I'm not a fatalist. I think that the future is actually in our hands. You know, the people of the United States can say, we like information to be a little more disaggregated, a little more random, a little more possible to get anything you want as opposed to what's being fed to you. And if we like that system, we can defend it.
The fight has to be to protect the architecture of the internet, to embed and secure the values that we care about.
Well, we have a lot of strategies for doing that. I write little articles in the New York Times. You make documentaries. Other people make documentaries. We talk to our friends. We're going to go to a bar and talk about it later. We're going to call our parents. We're going to tell them about it, right? And we're going to need leaders. We're going to need another Aaron Swartz. We're going to need lots of Aaron Schwartzes to get this to work, right? But then here's the final point. If it's really true that you're not doing anything to scare the power structure, if it's really true that you're not doing anything to make the power structure nervous, and so why should you care? Why the fuck aren't you doing something? Why are you living like a slave, letting these people control the wealth, consolidate wealth, poison your water, poison your air, treat you like shit, treat your parents like shit? Why are you letting that happen? So if you tell me you have nothing to worry about, then I want to say, shame on you, because you should have something to worry about. You should be out there doing something to change this system.